everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really good. Please excuse my hair, I am trying really hard not to straighten it. I washed my hair yesterday, I put some K18 in it, dried it, put like some, the Kerastase overnight magic serum stuff in overnight, and I thought I'm not going to straighten it because there's no point. Like, I'm not doing anything that requires for it to be straightened, but if that means that I've got a couple of like really rogue, sticky out curly bits, so be it. But I'm not doing anything today that would require me to straighten it, so I'm just not going to, and that is going to be my outlook on how I do my hair. And it might look a mess, but it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good, trust me. So today I've just had my omelette, which boy oh boy are we bare in this house. Just a little example, this is our fruit bowl. Empty. Fridge is in a similar state. So I need to do a food shop, that's for sure. I'm also going to go on a little walk as well because I just want to get out and exercising. I'm feeling like a walk is something that I'm craving at the minute, so I've got my watch on ready. Once I finish my cup of tea, because that is still like boiling hot in the living room, I'm going to head out for the walk, and I'm going to aim to do around 30 minutes of a walk. We'll see what happens because it's looking very windy outside and potentially rainy, so we'll just have to see. Who knows? But for now, I'm just going to go and finish my cup of tea. I'm going to catch up on Married at First Sight. Boy, do I have a few thoughts on that. And then we're going to head out for a nice morning walk. Came out on my walk. It's not actually cold, to be fair. It's just a little bit windy and a little bit muddy. But we can cope. It's fine. I've come to a lovely little like forest area. So I thought it's usually quite quiet down here, so I can like speak freely with you guys. Because I wanted to give you guys a couple of updates on just life, really. Maybe ask for a little bit of advice. I don't know if anyone can offer advice, I don't know. But basically, I wanted to give you a bit of an update on kind of what's happened and how things have been since my laparoscopy surgery, which was back in August, which, like, I can't believe it was that long ago. It doesn't feel that long at all. But essentially, obviously the results came back that they didn't find anything. Since I've posted about that, and I think I knew this before, people have said that I should be requesting for an endometriosis specialist, which I get. Didn't have the choice on the day, but my plan after that, after the fact, was to request my notes, request my images, and then go back to the GP and request for a referral for like a second opinion based on the photographs and things. And I did post this on my Instagram story a little while ago, but for those who don't follow me on there or may have missed it, I got the notes back, like, I want to say, well, it was right at the very end, actually. It was at the end of the cut-off that they've got. And the notes were a bit confusing, but I'll come back to that in a sec. And essentially, they said that they need a little bit of extra time to find the images because they're struggling to find them, and blah, 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 and they're asking people or whatever. So I thought, okay, fine. Should it not just be on my file? But whatever. And then they came back a couple of weeks later, basically saying that the photos don't exist. I can't really work out whether they took them and they just didn't upload them, or they never took them. So the email that they sent basically said that they've asked the consultant who was on my case, they've asked, like, check the notes and blah, blah, blah. And essentially, if there were photos taken, they weren't saved and they're not recoverable, like they don't exist anymore, which is obviously very, very frustrating because I think, like, come on. Like, this was my next saving grace for like going back to the GP, because if anyone else has gone through this journey, you guys will know, like, it is just so hard to be taken seriously sometimes. And if I go back to the GP and say I want a second opinion, they'll say, well, no, you've had the surgery and that's your answer, but it doesn't give me any answers in terms of like why I'm getting like this pain and why I'm feeling this way and stuff like that. So it's very frustrating. Sorry, it's a bit muddy here, I'm going to slip. So essentially, I'm now at the point where I'm at a bit of a crossroads, right, for a couple of reasons. And first of all, missing images. Don't really know what I can do with that. Second of all, since I've had the surgery, I've not actually had too bad like of an experience with like my cycle. A little bit with this one that's coming up, but the ones, my two periods after the surgery, fine. Like I still had some symptoms, but no, I didn't have any pain. I didn't have the fatigue that I usually have. I am getting a bit of the fatigue on this one, I won't lie. I've been kind of sleeping or being like just feeling exhausted a lot. So that's kind of returning. And then in terms of pain, it was like last week, bear in mind, I'm due on this week. Last week, I got like a pain, only lasted about 10 minutes, I want to say, which was like, it was like a shooting pain right from my belly button up to my chest. It was like, zhoo, and I was like, whoa, okay. And it like really hurt. And I got like a couple of episodes of that. And then since then, I've just been having the fatigue. And I'm sort of like, I don't know where to go from here, because if I go back to the GP and they're like, okay, well, what are your symptoms? The only ones I've got at current are like, I had a little, like I had pain once in the last, well, since August, and I'm feeling tired. That's the only symptoms I've got right now. And I don't know, considering that I was really relying on having those photos and saying I would like someone to look at the photos for a second opinion. I really don't know where to go from here. So I'm a bit lost and very annoyed actually that they've lost that information, because it could have really helped me. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. And yeah, any advice in the comments would be greatly appreciated, because I just don't really know what to do. I think a couple of people suggested going to pals on Instagram, which is all fine and well, but if the photos don't exist, they don't exist. Like the only way that they're going to get photos is if they go back in, and I really don't think they're going to do that. It's just exhausting. Like the whole process is just exhausting. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with that. Obviously, I feel like it's never ending. It really is never ending. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, I have not I've not been pushing for as long as some people have. Sorry, I'm about to get to quite a noisy bit, so I'm just going to stop. I've not been pushing for as long as a lot of people have, and I am aware of that. But it is still exhausting regardless of that. And I'm a bit of a loss as to where to go from here. So like I say, any advice would be greatly appreciated. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, whilst we're, dumping things here, is, well, not even talk to you, like, I'm not addressing it because it's not something that needs to be addressed, but like, thank you very much to the couple of people that have pointed it out. I have gained weight since the wedding. Honestly, yeah, I've gained weight. I don't know what to tell you. Like, so I am aware I have mirrors in my house. So I'm very, very aware that I've gained weight since the wedding. Thank you. But in terms of that, like, I'm trying to exercise a bit more, go out for walks. I'm finding that it's just life that's getting in the way at the minute. And I know it's not really an excuse, but like, I've done it before. I've lost weight before. I can do it again, and I probably will. I don't even know where I'm going with this. There's nowhere to go with it. I've gained weight. And I think the thing is that it goes immediately to my face. I think that's one of the places that weight gain goes very quickly, to my face. So it's a lot more noticeable to you guys, because you guys see my face more than you see the rest of me. So yeah, I can't tell if it's just like, I mean, I have gained weight. I'm not going to deny that. But a lot of it does I feel very bloated. And I just think with me personally, I just need to get myself a bit more of a routine when it comes to my healthy eating and stuff. Because like, the exercise is there. I'm going out for walks regularly. I'm going to the gym regularly. Like, the exercise is there. It's just the food. And for me, and I don't know if this is relatable to anyone else, but I seem to gain weight very easily, very quickly. So I think I just need to get back into a routine a bit. And that routine has fell off since the honeymoon, and quite frankly, since the surgery. So I think, well, I've said it like 2-3 times now, routine, that's all I need. and a bit of a plan for meal ideas, because I think one of the things that is not helping is the fact that I'll just kind of buy stuff and then I look in the fridge and I think, I don't know what meal I'm supposed to make out of this. Like, I do and I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I need to plan a bit more. But what I have noticed is that I do gain weight very, very quickly, and I find it more difficult to come off. But I think that's the same with most people, isn't it? Like, but the thing is I'm not like, it's not like I'm sitting at home stuffing my face, ordering takeaways and stuff. Quite frankly, I can't afford like takeaways and stuff all the time. So that's not it. It's just like snacking, I think. Snacking, we've been eating out. Like, I've been so blessed recently with like gifted evenings out in terms of food. And yeah, it's that time of year where a lot of places are like wanting promotions about their autumn menus, their Christmas menus and stuff like that. So I've been very, very, like, I am very, very grateful, but eating out all the time is probably not helping. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the minute. I'm not really looking for advice on the weight thing, by the way. I'm just telling you where my head's at. So yeah, I'm going to finish my walk and I'll see you when we get home. Gosh. Right, I'm back. Ended up getting so hot during that walk, just because like I say, it's not hot outside, it's just windy, and I have like I had 3 layers on, including that big puffer coat, a hoodie, and then the top. So like, I was a little bit warm. Hello, Billy. I'm gonna grab some bags, some, what's it called? Reusable bags. Where's my brain? I'm going to grab some bags and go and do a food shop because we are bare. We are bare. Aren't we? You don't care as long as you've got your food. Get that gunk out your eyes. Back from Tesco's, I thought I'd give you a little food shop haul because there's not loads of stuff, and I've actually set it out really aesthetically and I want to show you guys. So look at that. Don't know why I've like displayed it like this, but anyway, it's not loads of stuff, but I'll tell you what kind of meals I'm thinking at the end. So we've got some of these long long peppers. Got some tomatoes, some bananas, we've got some blueberries and strawberries. They're just like basics really. And then I've got these garlic and coriander naans, which I use for the butter chicken recipe, which is one of the HelloFresh ones. Hang on, wait a minute. I showed it on my, I think I put a short up actually, a short form video of it. Of course it's the last one. Of course it's the one I've left behind. This one, the ultimate butter chicken and buttery naan, this is really, really nice. So I've got some of that, and we already have some butter, like we already have like a lot of the other ingredients in there. So I've got the naan breads for that, picked up some mushrooms, some sausages. They didn't have the reduced fat pork sausages, so had to go for these ones. Some bagels. I don't know whether we discovered whether these were, I mean, they weren't that much less in weight compared to calories, but like essentially they're only lighter because they do weigh less, essentially. Yeah, so yeah. Some cheese, picked up a couple of cans of chopped tomatoes, some chicken stock pots. Now these were actually cheaper than the Tesco's own brand ones, because I picked these up and I thought, oh actually let me check the own brand ones, see if they're cheaper, and these were 25p cheaper because they were on a club card offer, which was fab. Got some tuna in spring water, some more garlic powder because we've run out of that. Orange juice, picked up some milk. Now this is the milk that Emmanuel drinks. I have oat milk and I usually buy that in bulk from Costco because my parents have a Costco card, so I get the oat milk from there, and we just like top up on this because he doesn't drink that much milk, but when he does he likes the blue the blue milk, bacon, some steaks. Now the thing with this is we usually have a steak like once a week, and to be fair, they're not cheap, are they? They're really not cheap, but usually on one of the ends of the aisles there is at least 1 or 2 types of steak that are on the club card offers, and I just think we enjoy it. So yeah, these were on the club card offers. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but yeah. And then picked up some chicken thighs, got some pears there, and then some fairy liquid just to top of that. So along with everything that we've already got in the house, I'm thinking for meals this week, obviously steak and chips, because we've already got some potatoes here that I need to eat through, and there's a random sweet potato there. These are sweets from Emmanuel's birthday, by the way, that we still haven't eaten. So yeah. So I'm thinking steaks for one night, like steak and chips with, I've got some broccoli and carrots in the fridge already. Then I'm thinking like doing like a mini breakfast style thing. So like we've already got like baked beans, do like sausage, bacon, beans and toast essentially. Then there's a recipe that I've seen on TikTok, which is like chicken, like slow cooker chicken. So I've got something for that, and I should be able to make a fair few portions out of that. Obviously the butter chicken, and then these is basically part of the ingredients for jollof rice as well. So we've got quite a lot of meal potential, even fajitas actually. I was thinking I haven't had chicken fajitas in so long, and I could do that because I do have peppers and onions, etc. in the fridge already. So we've got loads of meal choices this week for me to be thinking about maybe doing a meal plan for. I haven't meal planned it in so long, like so long. So maybe I just need to sit down this afternoon and do that. And then I might feel a little bit less chaotic in my head about what I'm eating, because I think half the problem with not being organised and things is that when it comes to lunchtime and I'm hungry, I'm not... If I've got something which I've got like a list of potential recipes, like not a... I tend to steer away, I've talked about this before, but I tend to steer away from like exact meal plans, because I don't know that on like Thursday lunchtime I'm going to want to eat what I've planned for. So like I'd rather write a list of like meals that I know we've got the ingredients for, so then I can choose on the day what I fancy out of that. So that has worked really well for me in the past, so I'm thinking about just going back to that, because I think it might do me some good. So if I sit and write down what kind of meals I've got ingredients for, then that'll probably really help. Actually, I need to show you guys a household development which I feel has made a huge difference in our house looking tidier, and I'm saying that as I've got a sheet thrown over the door, which I could probably put away now. I put that up yesterday. Is it dry? Yeah, it's dry. Great. Anyway, not about that. Our shoe rack, right? I think you guys will probably remember when me and Emmanuel bought our like shoe rack that you assemble yourself to fit your space, and it was great. It did the job. However, I just kind of found that it was starting to get like really messy looking, and we were shoving so many shoes in there, and just like there was shoes in there that just didn't need to be in there, like flip-flops and stuff from the summer. So we ended up looking online and seeing that B&M actually do a shoe rack which matches our table and this, what's it called? Sorry for the oust. TV unit. So it's the same, I'll pop the name of it on the screen, but I can't remember the name of the, like, style. But let me show you. So this is what it looks like. How much better does that look in this corner? If I just come back a bit... Right, ignore the stuff on the stairs, but like, does that just not look so much tidier than the thing that we had before? And we can utilise the top of this space. Obviously, we've got his birthday cards there. Emmanuel couldn't quite narrow down his shoes, which, to be fair, there is a good reason for that. So I'll show you my side. This essentially just pulls open, and you just pop your shoes in like that. I know this is not a revolutionary thing. So it's like, you guys will have had things like this for ages, but I just thought this was great. They were £30 each. So like this one was £30 and then this one was £30. The only problem that we've had in it is, like, for example, Emmanuel's boots don't fit in there. And then a lot of his shoes, because he's got bigger feet than me, a lot of his shoes don't really fit in. So we've had to, like, I mean, this is one of his Crocs, and that's another one of his Crocs, because if he were to put them this way, they just would, like, it just wouldn't close. So, and he wears these all the time, so there's no point in not having them in there. And a lot of his shoes have this like lip on the back, which gets sometimes caught. So we've had to strategically place them in there. And then obviously his boots that he's wearing for work and stuff, he can like keep out there. So yeah, I just think this looks so much better in every single way. So yeah, that is our newest little addition to the household. And I just love that it matches the other furniture in here as well.
And it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love